let you know how exactly to know when you have a good trade or not. So almost all the time, I'm going to be getting bad trades. So like, even though you see how this is green, most people, when they see a trade that's green, believe that that means, okay, well, that means their item's better than mine, so they would accept that. But this is actually a bad trade. If you want to, so what you want to do is you want to go onto the item, look at it, and see how fast it's increasing, the average price, and the table right here that tells you how, like, if it's increasing or not. This is the one that I have, and it's 700 Robux. So you see that it actually costs a lot more than this one. Well, not a lot more, but it costs definitely a lot more. And you can see how it doesn't really increase that much, but it is very, very high in demand, and the average price is higher than. Okay, never mind, it's not. But anyways, my point is just that if you've always got to be looking for out for this, because if it's green, it doesn't always mean it's good. So in this case, it's not a bad item. Like, it increases somewhat decently, but the problem is that you can see right here, you would be losing Robux technically. You'd be losing about 200 Robux. So that's a loss for you. So you would have to wait until you get all the way up here before you start gaining Robux again. So that's why it's not worth it. That's why that's a bad trade. You don't want it in the long run. It's going to be worse for you. This has around the same wrap as that, so it's not quite worth. It's just not worth it. So you decline a trade like that. Now these red ones, that means it's most definitely always going to be a bad trade. So like these shaggies, this shaggy is worth way less than that panda net. See, this is not even 450 Robux, and it does not increase very quickly. So it would take you so many pages to get just to the price that my item is at. So that would be the worst trade you could literally ever do. It has less wrap, table is not the greatest, and although it's a great looking item and it is just a good overall limited, you would want to buy it separately instead of trading it for another limited. So that would also be a bad trade. But most of my trades are for the same exact items, so like that would also be bad. It's just like this one, again, it looks like it's worth more, but then you look at the scale and it's just not good. Like, you see this and it's just not great. Yes, it has a higher average price. Yes, it's constantly going up. Those are both great signs that it's a good item, but then you see how just like you're literally losing 200 Robux by accepting this. Yes, it does go up like that, but again, it's just a matter of like, you want to know, like, most of these trades, you should just buy the items separately rather than trade your other item, because these are extremely high in demand, and so that's why I have so many trades for this same item. But like, we've got this dragon face. It says it's bad, but this is another point I have to say. So sometimes the value can say it's less, but then you click on the item and it's actually worth more. Now in this case, that's not true for this specific item, but I've had past trades where this is actually true. So I can go into my completed ones, and like, this one used to, like, I have some that, like, this one used to be worth a lot more than this, so this at the time was a great trade, and I did earn a lot of Robux from this one. Sold this for about 1,500, so I made quite a bit of Robux from this guy's trade. And so really, you know it's a good trade when you see the item. You can just tell. But this, for example, was the worst trade literally I've ever had. So this was an item you can see here. I had it. It is currently worth almost $2,000 in real life. This is an incredible item. It's extremely rare, but this guy scammed me out for this one. So just don't, when people are trying to scam you for your expensive items, just don't listen to them, because like, I literally got scammed so hard. This is literally only worth 2,600 Robux, and it never goes up any higher. It's just overall a terrible item. At the time, I only accepted it because it was worth like a billion times more than that. That's the only reason I accepted it at the time. But he was claiming that his item was a lot rarer, and even though that wasn't true, I told him no the first time. He just complained to me until I finally said yes, and I regret it. Just don't make stupid trades like this. This thing's wrap is over 15,000 actually. This is just the average price, so it's not the exact same, but as you can see, worth way more, and you've got a higher opportunity of selling it for a lot more. So overall, this is just a way better item. I spent 50 real life dollars to get this item, so he basically stole from me. So like, it's just a terrible trade. Every time I see that, it triggers me, but you just gotta know if you're trading something good. This was a good trade at the time. It was truly a good trade. This color was worth more, but then this was bad because I bought it for 2,000 and it's still less than what it used to be. So you can see that, but some of the trades you can see here are pretty good. This one was worth more than this, although I did love this hat. So I did accept that. It is actually better than that hat right now. I will show you. This is currently, okay, well, it's 1,700 now, but its average prices. It's normally around like 2,800, but this one is just about the same price. It is a pretty good item for the fact that it is going up a little bit, and you've got these high ones right here. But anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much just a short summary of how you should be looking at your trades. They're not always going to be great. Most of them you're probably going to get low balls for. This is also a good quick tip. Go into your settings. If you want good trades, go into your settings. Go to privacy, go down here and click on trade quality filter and turn that up to very max, which is high. Now, for whatever reason, Roblox likes to, they like to make it so they will still give you terrible trades even if you have your trade quality filter all the way up, which in my personal opinion is really dumb, but it's just how Roblox is. Another sad thing is Robux costs a lot more. As you can see, I have OBC, and it costs this much now. Like, Robux is just ridiculous. It's just getting more and more expensive by the day, I swear. It's just not worth buying Robux anymore. So if you want, keep in mind, in order to get trades, this is a big, big deal. You cannot receive any trades unless you have Builders Club. So this is basically what Builders Club is. I have the year plan for Outrageous BC. In my honest opinion, this is the very best one you can ever get, which is true in every way. Gives you the max stats. You can have 100 of literally like everything except for Robux. That's 60, but that gives you so much Robux a day. It's just like, you can get, by the end of the year, if you don't spend any Robux, you will literally have over 21,000 Robux by the end of the year. 21,900 Robux for just having your Robux daily and not spending a single penny. Now that is probably the hardest thing to ever do. I never have successfully done that. But if you want to just get really nice, cheap Builders Club, and just all you want to do is trade, buy some limited items, and sell them to get a lot of Robux, I highly recommend you getting Classic Builders Club. And if you have enough money, get annual because it is definitely a better deal. But if you really just want to have a month of it, this is really cheap, so you can get that for only $6. It's a really good deal. And you get 15 Robux a day for doing absolutely nothing, so it's pretty great. I would get it, especially if you're going to be planning on trading and buying and selling limited items, which is how I make all my Robux, is selling limited items. So if you don't know what limited items are, you can only trade limited items. So if you're trying to trade an item that's not limited, you just can't. I'm sorry, it kind of sucks, yes, but that's just basically how you can do it. So like, these are all limited items. This is a normal limited. This is a limited unique. That's what the U stands for, unique. Now really, to be honest, limited, the difference between limited and limited unique is really literally zero difference. It just makes it look more special. I don't know. But like, there's really not a difference. It's just they're just about the same. But like, yeah, that's gonna be the tutorial for today. So if this did help you guys know how to do and accept good trades, then be sure to leave this video a like and comment saying this helped you, and yeah, also subscribe. But yeah, so again, just keep in mind the Roblox greeting system status is not accurate most of the time. It's almost never accurate, but when you see green, I always go for the greens first before the reds, and I just delete the reds after that. But yeah, I rarely get any good trades. That is crazy. Okay. This is worth 35k Robux. This is worth 13,000 Robux. This is actually, you see how this is a great example. So this is 28,968. Mine's 28,400, but this is value. Keep in mind, value. This is not the actual price. This says the average price is 12,000. If I click on it, it is 35,000, and it's really that good. So that's why you always want to look at the items. You always want to click on them before you accept any trade, because it looks like my items are not worth a lot, but really they are. This is worth 13,000, but as you can see, it only says it's 11,000. This is worth twice as much as what it says right here, and so on and so forth. So even this guy, it says 16,000 average price, but it's really 27,000 Robux, and it's got a 16,000. So yeah, this is really, really good item. It doesn't sell for very high, to be honest, so it's not the greatest item, but as you can see, it is very rare. Not only 200 people on the entire world own it, so that says a lot. Then you got the Squid Overlord. It says 12,000. It is 10,000, so it's actually worse than it says it is. But as you can see, there's several 10,000s, so you won't be gaining any Robux by buying this item at all whatsoever. So this is actually a bad trade, as sad as that is. If you're looking for just wrap trading, this would be good, but other than that, that is actually a bad trade. If you're looking for to gain more Robux, that is a bad trade. So that's why you just got to be careful. You got to look at them all the way. This says it's better, but it really is not. Trust me. All of these, they're just bad. So like, you've just got to be careful before you accept a trade request. Just always make sure to look and check. Just always look and check their items to see what they're actually trading and what they're actually worth. Because you could be getting scammed and you just don't know it. Most people actually try to scam you when you're trading. So trading is always probably the most dangerous part about Roblox, is the trading and knowing whether or not you're going to get a good limited item, because you never know. You might end up buying something and then it drops value devastatingly fast. So you just really got to be careful about that stuff. I will be making a separate video about how to find the best limited items you could ever find really easily, and you will not regret it. It will be a fantastic tutorial. I suggest that you watch that when it comes out. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave the video a like if this did help. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.